Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is again the past paper discussion that I have selected March 2023 papers, grade 6, first semester examination, March 2023. If you have gone through my previous past paper discussion videos, you know that what kind of plan we have when we are having the past paper discussion. First of all, before watching this video, I would like to request you all, if you have not done this paper, please pause the video, download the paper from the system, past paper system you have the access for that. So then please take the paper, and if you have the printing facilities, take the printout. If not, you open it on the screen. And first of all, you want to do it by yourself. After completing the paper, then you can watch the video, take the pink color pen, and while watching the video, you can mark your answers. So that is how it should work. Otherwise, no point of that watching this, that it's kind of that you're watching a movie, that you don't get anything. You just look at that, but you don't know what kind of question that you can do, what kind of question you cannot do. Therefore, I'm requesting from all of you, please do the paper before watching this video. Right, let's say that all of you have done the paper. Now this is the discussion and you can mark your answer. Right. So then here, first of all, you want to see that the paper marks allocation, 95 marks will be for the answers and the remaining 5 marks for your handwriting. And I have told this many times, the handwriting 5 marks, it is not for the circular kind of the letters. The T is for the accuracy of the letters, accuracy of the numbers, and the neatness of the answer script. Everything will be considered to allocate these 5 marks. Okay. So then the next thing, we want to look at the instructions, and you want to answer all the questions on the spaces provided in this paper, and you want to show your workings where necessary. So then the first question, that the part 1, the first page, it is very easy. It is based on your previous grades knowledge, not any that you can't find anything that from the grade 6 that these things you have done in your previous grade. So you want to add the numbers, right? So then when you add I don't want to explain the first few questions, I guess. So you want to add these numbers, and that easily you can get the answers and you can write the answers, right? If need, you can use this right side column, right, to write the, I will take the pink color so then you can easily see that. Here you can add the numbers in this side, the working column. If not, you can do this by yourself. Then the 4 plus 9, it is 13. Then 13 plus 3, 16. We write the answer 16. So then here 9 and 9, 18. 18 plus 5, 23. Right? Okay. So then we will move to the second one. You want to do the subtraction. 4 subtract, take away 4, 0. 1 subtract 4, no you can't. Therefore you have to borrow from the next door. That becomes 11. So then the 11 take away 4. So this becomes 7. Now here you don't have 7, you have 6. 6 take away 2, it is 4. Right? Then the next one, 22, you multiply by 2. Very easy. The answer is 44. Okay. And that before moving to question number 3, I quickly double check my answers, whether they are correct or not. Always that when you are doing the paper pute, you just take few seconds sometimes. That those few seconds will be very helpful for you to understand or realize the mistakes, careless mistakes you have done. Normally, even though that I'm the teacher, sometimes there can be mistakes when we are adding and subtracting. Therefore, what I do as a practice after taking a particular answer, I double check whether it is correct or not. The first one, yes, 16 is correct. So then the second one, 23 is correct. So then, plus 4, 11. Yes, very good. Correct. So then the next one, 44. Correct. Then I will move to question number 3. So that is how, Pute, that what I did by myself, you want to do it when you are doing the paper. So here it is simply, if I am the child, this is how I write the answers. So then you want to practice. Our teacher was doing like this when she was doing the paper. So then we also want to practice the same way. So that is how you want to improve yourselves, that after having this kind of the paper discussion series. So that is the improvement I am expecting from you. Right. So then we will move to question number 3. So then you have a number and you want to multiply it by 10. This is very simple. What I do, 107 is the number and I want to multiply it by 10. Therefore, I add 0 to the end. 27, you multiply by 0. Anything you multiply by 0, the answer is 0. So calculate and given the remainder. So then here, 47, you want to divide this by 10. 10 times 4, 40. Then the remainder is 7. So then how you can write, calculate and give the remainder. This is kind of a tricky way, that the way they have asked children, that you have the doubt whether I should write the answer and the remainder, only the answer, only the remainder. So then the best way in that case, if you have that kind of doubt, what I suggest you just write that the 4, remainder 7. And here you write that the remainder is 7. Can you understand what I did? I don't know that what kind of answer will be there in the marking scheme. Therefore, I wrote the answer in both the ways, right? So I wrote the answer and the remainder together, 4, remainder 7. And separately, I wrote the remainder because that it is not clear that much what they are asking. Calculate and give the remainder. So then that whether they are asking only the remainder or the answer, sometimes you have the doubt. In that case, you can write the answer like this. So then the next one, it is all about the math operations. You know, the priority should be given to division and multiplication. First, I do the division. 10 divided by 5, that it is 2. Then that 2 I multiply by 2. So then it will be 4, right? So you can use the same way in the exam also, that use the curly brackets and simplify step by step. So then what I do, I rewrite the question how 4 subtract 4 plus 2. 4 subtract 4, 0. 0 plus 2, it is 2. Okay. So then the next one, but before moving that, I want to double check. 10 divided by 5, yes, it is 2. 2 times 2, 4. 4 minus 4, 0. 0 plus 2, 2. Yes, my answer is correct. Find the value of 2 to the power 4. Okay, when you have this kind of question, 2 to the power 4. So what you should do, we write the base 2 4 times. 2 times, 2 times, 2 times, 2. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. See the way I'm writing the answers, right? So then the next one, express 27 in index form. So then you have seen this question in a different way in your textbook. They have asked you to write the 27 as a product of its prime factors. Now here they are asking us to write 27 in index form. That the 27, that can I divide it by 2? No, I can't. So I divide this by 3. It gives me 9. Again, I divide this by 3. It gives me 3. Again, I can divide this by 3. It gives me 1. So then the 27, I can write like this. 3 times, 3 times, 3. But this is not the correct answer. Why? They have asked me to keep the answer in index form. Therefore, I write 3 to the power 3. Right? Now you just see, children, I will show you. So this is my answer script. You just see, if I'm the child, so then that my answer is like this. My teacher will be happy. Why? That I have shown the steps that when it is required and see the neatness and see the way I have written the answers. Sorry, and that the equation marks that I have written them in order. So then you want to improve these kind of things to get the maximum 5 marks out of those handwriting marks. Neatness and the accuracy should be there, right? So we will move to the page number 2. Write all the multiples of 7 between 27 and 40. That first of all, that if you can't get the answer straight away, you just write that the 7, 14, 21, 28, right? So then the 35, 42, I wrote. So then between 27 and 40, are we going to consider that here somehow 27 and 40 are not the multiples of 7, therefore that somehow those two numbers will not be considered. But I want to explain here, Pute, when you have the term between 27 and 40, the 27 and 40 will be the border values. They are not considered for that whatever the calculation. But if they have told us from 27 to 40, from 27, you want to take 27 and you want to take 40 and then you consider the number that from 27 to 40. But here between 27 and 40, keep these kind of these special terms in your mind. Then 27 and 40, they are kind of the border numbers. We are not considering them. So then what are the multiples that you can see? Write all the multiples. What are they? 28 and 35. That's it we can take. Because that the 7, 14, 21 less than 27 and 42 onwards, they are more than 40. Therefore, I can write the answer. Normally, Pute, when we are writing that if need, you can write it like this. With a curly bracket, you write 28, 35. That is one method. Or else if you have just written the answer that the 28 and 35, that is also correct, right? No need to have the curly brackets, but by any chance if they have mentioned list all the multiples of 7 between 27 and 14, definitely you want to use the curly bracket and you want to list down them inside the curly bracket with the commas. But here they have just asked us to write all the multiples. So then 28 and 35. Then write in index form here that we have 3 to the power 3 and 2 to the power 2. But as a practice, right, this is not compulsory. As a practice, we write it like this, 2 to the power 2 and 3 to the power 3. You can understand the reason. The lower base value I wrote first and the higher base value I wrote next, right? So then 2 to the power 2 and 3 to the power 3, but that step is not compulsory. If you have not written, then don't worry about the marks. You can have the 1 mark for that the answer you have written like the first step, but it's better that as a practice we write it like this. Write 3 days as a fraction of 2 weeks. 3 days, right, as a fraction of 2 weeks, right? So then we know 1 week is equal to what? 1 week is equal to 7 days. Okay. So that means 2 weeks. 2 weeks is equal to 14 days. Right? So then I can write that the 3 days and divided by 14 days. So then what will be my fraction? 3 over 14. So then the next one, you want to fill the blanks, right? So then you just see, Pute, how that the 2 was converted to 4, multiplying by 2, right? So you do the same thing to the denominator. 9 times 2, 18, right? 48 you divide by something, get the answer 8, that is 6. 0.7 you can write 7 over 10. So then the 29 you multiply by 100, add 2 zeros to the end. You just see 4 marks, that how easy was that, right? So then 2 times 2, 4, 9 times 2, 18. 48 divided by 6, it is 8. 0.7, I can write 7 over 10. 29 you multiply by 100, you put the zeros to the end. So then the next one, Pute, question number 11, they have given the numbers in the horizontal way. What I do, 7.29, right? Then the next number, I put the decimal here. Then I write the number 1.2. You want to add them. If need, when you are adding children, you can fill this gap with a zero, right? So then it is that you don't feel any kind of the vacant place. So then you have the numbers. Now 9 plus 0, it is 9. 2 plus 2, 4. Then 7 plus 1, 8, right? So then my answer is 8.49. So then you want to write 0.63 as a fraction. And I have two decimal places. Therefore, 63 over 100. You just imagine, Putri, that nothing is difficult. So then if you went through the box examples in your textbook, so then almost all the questions are similar to them, right? Therefore, that still that if you find that it is difficult, please take your textbook, go through the box examples, and that the most of the questions, almost all the questions, I would say, so then they are based on the box examples. So you want to understand the concept, just change the numbers and values, but that the way they have given, it is same. Find the difference between 569 and 784. So how do you find the difference? You write the bigger number, 784, then 569, right? So then we have 14 minus 9. What is the answer? It is 5, right? Then here 7, 7 minus 6, 1, 7 minus 5, 2. That we will double check whether my answer is correct. 14, 8, yes, it is correct. So then my answer is 250. Write 3 and 1/3 in figures as a mixed number. Children, be mindful. 3 and 1/3, this is how you want to write. That some students, they write it like this, which is wrong. Some students, they just write it like this, which is wrong, right? So this 3, the whole number 3 should be in the middle when you're drawing this line, right? I rewrite it, then you can see how I should write. That I draw that right number 3, and this line should be in the middle and 1 over 3. 3 and 1/3. So write the numbers that in the correct form. You want to find the size A. How do you find that? You can see here, this is a point. Then I can write A plus 320 is equal to 360. What is the reason to write it like that? So I write angles at a point. You want to write the reason. So then the A is equal to 360 degrees minus 320 degrees. A is equal to 40 degrees. Okay. A is equal to 40 degrees. So then we will move to question number 14, where you want to find the area. So this is also 5 centimeters. This is also 2 centimeters. So this is the length. Right? You might think why the teacher is doing all these things. Do we really need to do this? Yes, yes. It is not compulsory, but that as a practice, I write these kind of things. So then at least let's say that if I get a wrong answer with the calculations, so then my teacher knows that the child has understood or a child has realized that the length value and the width value correctly. So then he has the knowledge, but only thing that he has done a careless mistakes. So then at least I can get the marks for that. So therefore, I write that here area is equal to length into width. Right? So then I write length is 5 centimeters, width is 2 centimeters. So then 10 centimeter square. Be mindful about the units with it, right? 5 times 2, 10, 10 centimeters square. So then we will move to the next question. Negative 3 and negative 3. What will be the answer? Negative 6. That negative 6 you add with 6, then the answer will be 0. So this is very easy. The same denominator, you draw a longer line. 7 and 6 plus 2. So then the answer is 8 over 16. 8 over 16. 8 over 17, sorry. It should be 8 over 17. 6 plus 2, 8 and 17. Then you want to write the next one. B plus 100 degrees plus 60 degrees equal to 180. How I got this relationship? I want to write the reason. Angles in a triangle. Then the 160, it is 160 degrees. A is equal to 180 minus 160. So then the A is equal to 20 degrees. Right? So then the next one, you want to simplify and get the answer. But you can't subtract this easily, children. Why is that? Because you have the different denominators. Therefore, first what you should do, you want to convert them into common denominator. What is the common denominator here? The 10 will be the common denominator. 7 over 10 you can write as it is. But 1 over 2, you want to convert to the tens in the denominator that we have 2 times 5, 10 and 1 times 5. So then I can draw the longer line like earlier. And then I write 7 minus 5. And the answer is 2 over 10. And I can simplify this. Simplify in the sense you are making it smaller. Right, so then you divide this by 2. So then it gives me 1 over 5. Right? I will double check that. 2, 1 times 5, 2 over 10, 1 over 5. So then the next one, you want to find which is the bigger fraction. Okay, when you have, let's say that the 2 over 7 and 5 over 7, so straight away that you can say well, 5 over 7 is bigger. For an example, that you have 2 cakes and that you cut them into 7 pieces. And out of 7 pieces, the child A, he has taken 2 pieces. And child B, he has taken 5 pieces from the second cake. Who has taken more? The second child has taken more because out of the 7 pieces, the second child has taken 5. So then looking at the numbers, the numerator numbers, we can say that which is bigger if the denominators are same. But the problem here, Pute, in this question number 19, you have two fractions but the denominators are different. So then what should I do? I take the common denominator here, 56, right? 8 times 7, 7 times 3, 21, 7 times 8. So it's obvious. So then the 21. 7 times 8. Yes, so this is bigger. Therefore, 3 over 8 is bigger than 1 over 6. That is how you conclude. That there is another method with the unit fractions also. I'm not going to explain that method. By any chance, if you have done it with the unit fraction method, so then you should get the same answer. 3 over 8 is bigger than 1 over 7, right? So then 7 times 8, yes. So then the next one, question number 20. In question number 20, we have the 5 times 1, 5 times 2. 3 times 1, 3 times 3. So then 1 times 1, 1, 2 times 3, 6. It is 1 minute. If not, that you had 3 over 10 multiplied by 5 over 9, what you can do, 3 times 5, 15, and 9 times 10, 90, 15 times 1 and 15 times 6. The answer will be 1 over 6. Right? Then we have another 2 more questions in part 1. The 4.87 subtract 2.12. 7 minus 2, 5. 8 minus 1, 4 minus 2, it is 2. Right? Yes, correct. So then here I write the answer 2.75. And how do you write this as a fraction? 2 plus 1 over 100. 1 over 100, we can write 0.01. Then the next step, you write 2 plus 0.01. The answer is 2.01. So that is the answer for the part 1. So then we have part 2. Few questions. So then we do have part 2. So then that is the end. This is the structure of the paper.